All right, let's take a journey into the most complex and amazing machine you will ever own, your own body. We're about to pull back the curtain on the shocking, incredible, and sometimes just plain weird things happening inside you right now.
So let me ask you something. What if you could get a live look, right now, at everything going on inside of you? Because while you're just sitting there, watching this, there is an entire universe of activity just humming along.
I mean, at this very second, your heart is pumping away, moving enough blood in a day to fill a small tanker truck. Your brain? It's a lightning storm of electrical signals, and your liver is working like a tireless chemical factory, cleaning everything up. And the craziest part? It's all on autopilot. Your body is pulling off these incredible feats every single second. So let's start our tour in the engine room.
First stop, the hardest working piece of equipment you've got, the heart. Seriously, this thing is a biological marvel of pure power and endurance.
Just try to wrap your head around this number for a second. Over 100,000 times, that's how many times your heart beats every single day. For your whole life. It doesn't get weekends off, it never takes a vacation, it just keeps on going. So how does this little fist-sized powerhouse do it? Well, it's basically a brilliant two-part pump. You've got the right side, its job is to send blood over to the lungs for a quick oxygen fill-up. Then, the left side, which is the stronger of the two, grabs that fresh, oxygen-rich blood and shoves it out to every last cell in your body. It's just an amazingly efficient design.
And here's a wild fact that makes the heart truly special. It has its own built-in electrical system. It doesn't even need the brain to tell it when to beat. That's why, and this is incredible, it can actually keep beating for a few minutes, even after it's been removed from the body as long as it has oxygen. It's a tiny, self-sufficient miracle of biology.
Okay, so from the engine room, let's head up to the command center of this whole operation, the brain. If the heart is the powerful engine, then the brain is the supercomputer running the entire show. You know, the scale of what's happening inside your skull is it's almost impossible to comprehend. We're talking about 86 billion neurons. To give you some perspective, that's more neurons than there are stars in our galaxy. And they're all firing, all connecting, creating every single thought, every memory, and every action you take. And all that processing power makes the brain incredibly hungry. Get this, it's only about 2% of your body's total weight, just a tiny little piece, but it hogs a massive 20% of all your body's energy and oxygen. It's a fantastically powerful, but also very demanding piece of machinery. And here's a really bizarre fact for you. The brain itself can't feel pain. It doesn't have any pain receptors. So it processes all the pain signals coming from the rest of your body, but it has no ability to feel pain itself. It's the reason why surgeons can perform brain surgery on patients while they're completely awake. How wild is that?
All right, now for the body's master chemist and the only organ that really has a genuine superpower, the liver. This thing is part chemical factory, part waste disposal unit, and part regeneration machine.
The liver's superpower is its incredible ability to regenerate. It's the only organ in your body that can do this. I mean, you could lose up to half of your liver, and the healthy cells that are left will just start dividing and multiplying until it grows right back to its original size. And this often happens in just a matter of weeks. It's this remarkable power that makes things like living donor liver transplants even possible. And regenerating isn't its only trick, not by a long shot. It's also performing over 500, that's right, 500 other jobs. Things like detoxifying chemicals, processing nutrients from your food, storing critical vitamins, and managing your blood sugar. It is truly the definition of a multitasker. So let's turn our attention to a couple of the unsung heroes of the body, the organs that work silently, tirelessly in the background, just keeping everything perfectly balanced, your lungs and your kidneys. When you think about it, both of these organs are just incredibly sophisticated filters. Your lungs are filtering the air you breathe. They use a surface area, if you spread it all out, the size of a tennis court to swap out waste carbon dioxide for life-giving oxygen. And at the same time, your kidneys are busy filtering all your blood, pulling out waste, and meticulously balancing all your body's fluids. And the workload on these two is just immense. Look at the daily numbers. You take around 20,000 breaths a day without ever thinking about it, and your kidneys filter about 50 gallons of blood every day. They're the silent, tireless maintenance crew for your entire body. For our last stop, we're going somewhere you might not expect to find a whole lot of intelligence, your gut. But believe it or not, your digestive system is so complex that scientists often call it your second brain.
If you were to stretch them out, your intestines would be over 20 feet long. But it's not even the length that's the most impressive part. It's the fact that this entire system is lined with its very own independent nervous system. It's called the enteric nervous system, and this web of neurons is so huge, so complex, that it can manage the entire complicated process of digestion all on its own. No input needed from your actual brain. You know that feeling of butterflies you get in your stomach when you're nervous? That's not just a phrase. That's your second brain reacting to your emotions.
So when you put all these pieces together, the unstoppable heart, the supercomputer brain, the regenerating liver, those silent filters, and the intelligent gut, you start to realize you are a walking, talking masterpiece of biological engineering. It's a perfectly coordinated symphony of millions of complex tasks, all happening every single moment. The real takeaway here is just staggering. Every single day, your body is performing countless little miracles just to keep you going. As we've seen, it's a phenomenal, incredibly complex system. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. Of all the amazing things your body does, which one amazes you the most? Thanks for joining us.